So you've built an incredible product. It's amazing, it works, but the sales just aren't happening. It is one of the most frustrating things for so many founders, and today we're going to dig into the number one reason why this happens: your messaging.
Does this feel familiar? You pour your heart and soul into creating something fantastic, you finally launch it, and you hear crickets. It's such a gut punch, but listen, you are definitely not alone. This is one of the most common hurdles in the entire game. Okay, so what is actually going on here? Well, our source material for this explainer points to 4 huge messaging mistakes that absolutely kill sales. So let's break them down one by one. First up, we've got what's called the language barrier. And this is all about a fundamental disconnect. See, you think you're being totally clear, but to your audience, it's like you're speaking a completely different language. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. You're so deep inside your own world, right? You're using your team's lingo, your internal terminology, and you're focusing on all the things that you find super exciting. But your customers, they don't live in your bubble. They live in their world with their problems, and they use their own language to describe them. And this just shows the difference so perfectly. On one side, you have product language, all that internal jargon we fall in love with, and on the other, market language, which speaks directly to what a customer actually needs. So instead of some complicated phrase, it just says it helps your teams work together. One is just noise, the other is an actual solution.
All right, mistake number 2 is the feature trap. And man, this one is so easy to fall into because you are and should be really proud of all the cool stuff your product can do. So your website ends up looking something like this, just a big list of technical specs. 128-bit encryption, a dual-core processor, API integration. You see, you're just listing the ingredients of the cake. But most people don't really care what brand of flour you used. They just want to know if the cake tastes good. And that leads us to the single most important question you have to answer. What's in it for the user? So what? Why should they care about 128-bit encryption? Does it mean their private data is super safe? Does that dual-core processor mean they're going to get their work done twice as fast? Without that context, features are just, well, they're meaningless. Okay, our third big pitfall is what the source calls the everyone fallacy. And this one comes from a place of fear, really. A fear of missing out on potential customers. But it almost always backfires. It's simple. When you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing to anyone. Your message gets so watered down, so generic, that it doesn't connect with a single specific person. That fear of being too niche is actually what stops you from connecting deeply with the exact people who need you the most. And that brings us to our 4th and final mistake. And this one kind of ties everything else together. It's the empathy gap. This isn't just about the words you choose, it's about how you make your user feel. Think about it. If a potential customer lands on your website or sees your ad and doesn't immediately think, whoa, that's me, that is my exact problem, you've already lost them. If they don't see themselves in the story you're telling, they have zero reason to believe you have the solution. If they don't recognize the problem, they're never going to take action. So, we've got these 4 big mistakes, right? The language barrier, the feature trap, the everyone fallacy, and this empathy gap. What's the one thing that connects all of them? It turns out they all come from the exact same root cause. It's actually pretty simple when you see it. And here it is. This is the whole game, right here. All of those mistakes make the user feel one thing: misunderstood. Because if users don't feel like you get them, they will not convert. It is literally that simple. So this gives us a really clear way forward. You can use these 4 steps to do a quick little audit on your own messaging, like right now. Just ask yourself, are you using their language? Are you highlighting benefits, not just features? Are you talking to a specific person? And most importantly, does your message mirror back their exact problem? In the end, it all just boils down to this one question. It's not about being clever or having the flashiest copy. It's about creating a genuine sense of recognition and trust. Because when your customer feels seen, when they feel understood, that's when a simple message turns into a powerful sale.